Hi everyone, welcome to the next video, Spreadbuilders. Well, I seem to spend my life going through Spreadbuilders. So we will, they are the epicenter. They always generate a lot of questions, and as you move further and further into more of a strategic macro options positions rather than kind of, even if you're day trading them, you kind of need a builder, but you're probably more sitting on looking at the skew charts than anything else. So I've got as many as I can find. I think I'm probably logged in at the moment to, where are we? So we'll do CME Direct. Oh gosh, is this going to work? Come here. CME Direct. I've got TT up, CTS, Bloomberg, if I could spell. What else is this? Oh, I got set up. Bloomberg. Quick Strike. And what else? I think that's it. I think any more of my machine might grind to a halt. It's already running at 80 degrees now with all these running. Just check CME Direct. CTS, Bloomberg. We're good to go. Okay, so we'll do this in reverse. We'll use Quick Strike first. So the essence of the spread builder is 95%, 98% of the strategies that we'll be sending out and the macro hedged options will be based on strategies. We're not in the game of being long or short anything naked. Well, you also can't get the gearing, so there's no point. You're just at the mercy of the movements in volatility, at the mercy of movements in the markets that you can't control. It's just pointless. So the first thing everyone will be looking at is their spread builder. All of them have got them. If you use Tasty Trade or Tasty Works, they've got one. Really simple. You click on open them, and usually the first thing that pops up is you put your strikes in. If I clear this one, let's just do something really simple. Like we'll do a call spread. So I don't even check which month this is, but let's keep it simple. Let's do a 65 call spread. I could find the 65s. These heat maps are one standard deviations away, so it's just quite nice that Quick Strike, but they're the only people that do this, which I quite like, 1 and 2 standard deviations away, so you kind of know roughly where you're looking. But all we've done here is long call spread, buying a 60 call, selling a 65 call. It's 84 ticks, and it's 16 delta. Go. And it builds it. And I've turned off the break evens, which you'll all be used to seeing. There we go. So you'll see as we go up, profitability goes up, but you're capped out at the top because you've bought one call, sold the next call. Also known as a vertical. If you bought one and sold one in separate months, they're known as horizontals. But it's a vertical spread. It's capturing 2 points within the same month, and they're a ratio would have 2, which we talked about in a different video. But this tells you what this is priced. This hasn't priced it correctly because I've got the volatility set, but that's the correct volatility there at 32. 71 days left. The future's at 95. Okay, yes, it is. All of those things are absolutely fine. It's going to cost you 84 ticks. One lot will be 84 ticks, $840 on one lot. Paid, premium, total, these are all the same. This is what you'll be doing at these volatilities, buying that one and selling this one. That's your theoretical volatilities, what the unit prices are for each leg. I can pretty much tell you if that's going to be right. Let's have a quick look. So what did we say? 65 calls, so it's a 60. 126 against the 65, 42s. There you go, 126 against 41s. So it's giving you the individual price of each leg, a leg being termed as... So if we had, when you go in and you buy this 60, that's one leg. When you sell the 65, it's a bit tight there you go, but they're your legs, each leg making up the overall strategy. So a leg there, or however you want to do it. That's done as the Greeks, okay? This will give you the Greeks of that as well, so the delta and the gamma. It's a 16 delta option. And you would, 16 delta option strategy, and you would be short those deltas. What the profit and loss is, so your max loss is the 84 you paid out. You can't go any lower, and your max return's $4.16. You've got it's quite simple. It's a $5 wide strike. You've paid 84 for it. Guess what? That's the $4.16. So really, really simple one. But I'll copy this for everyone so you can see. One of the things I quite like as we're doing a review of each of the spread builders, I like in the risk sections of Quick Strike, you can change all the steps to make things larger, and I love the simulate. So if we click on simulate, and we can go, what happens if we go down slowly over 70 days? So the price of crude moves from where it is now down to 52 slowly. You can just see we slowly bleed out. I say slowly. It's in a previous video, this is a cracking example of how theta kills you in the last 30 days. So if you're going to draw kind of the theta, if this was a year-long option, if you watch the previous video, you'll see that theta hardly burns. And then lo and behold, we hit the 30-day marker and the burn really kicks in and you're dead. That's why lots of the things we'll be talking about, we're in and out in this zone, because this is the dead man zone. This is the retail zone here. All they're doing is trying to buy quick wins with 5 days, 10 days, 20 days left. All they're doing is paying market makers for taking very little risk. I can promise you that. These are the guys you worry about. People coming in, if this was anywhere between kind of this 60 days and 360 days. It doesn't mean that you're looking out 360 days. It means you are making an assessment where you're trying to minimize the amount of theta burn. Anyway, I digress because this is a review of spread builders. So this, down fast. Look at that. Down fast, it's come all the way down to 48 in this simulation, and what we've seen here, we've seen hardly any movement. That theta just still hung on. So interesting, again, in this down fast model, you've still got the theta doesn't really kick in for the burn until the last 30 days. And then if we do the opposite, up fast, you can see market's gone up, profitability here has gone up as well. I don't know because this didn't go high enough in the up fast to the point you need, it slowly died off in the end of it as well, which is quite a good model. And the Bloomberg do this as well, and the other ones that I've tested that haven't done it, but this is a really good view of what the simulation might look like. And then this gives you a beta matrix to show you kind of where the hotspots are as well. So this personally is my favorite because it's just easy. I just hit spread and it's just done. I'm used to seeing it this way, and I really like how you can punch the options in this format. You'll see why this is really, really useful and free as well. So if we move to Bloomberg, wherever I can find the screen, hold on one second. There we go. So Bloomberg's OVML function is this one here. They've got a vol surface, which I'll show you, and their vol monitor. So this should just come up as all of the prices. If we make this CLK9, so that's we're using the same months as the previous one, and if we actually do the pricer. Right, so this is coming up with K9. For me to do the equivalent, I've got a leg in here already. I'd need to put my strike as, what did you say, 60. It's already worked out, it's a call. I can then add a new leg from here, add leg. And I can then do a 65 here. And client sells, client buys. This is all priced as though you're a bank selling to a customer. So it will then scenario plan the same thing out, so the same thing as we looked at before, and then give you risk simulation as well. Because this is quite a simple option, it's just saying it's the 19 delta option, and you can there's very little for it to kind of risk model up from here, but you can kind of move the forward dates on. I don't like the way this gives you kind of profit and loss curve as the final days. It's a bit kind of noddy. There are ways of putting all this on there, but I don't use it that much. Hugh does. Actually, I can stick those on. There you go. There. That's just showing that curve, and we need to expand. So if I move crude down to 45, and we'll move it up to 70. There we go. So that's look at the same spread. Quite simple. This is really simple to interactive brokers. Really similar to the Tasty Trade one as well. Really similar to Think or Swim. So that's that one. That's Bloomberg done. What's the other one? Right. CME Direct. Okay, really simple this one. So I'm amazed my machine's holding up to all these. So CME Direct, there is just a ad strategy, and you then, so LO is crude options. So if we did call spread, so CS, we're doing May for the K, so it picks them all up. It's quite nice, this one is. And what did we say? 60, 65, 60, 65. Okay, submit. Right, this is where it kind of falls into the ether. Because, hold on, just got to look for where I put this, because it just goes weird. Option strategies, implied. I don't know where it's put that. Oh, up here. There you go. Sorry. And you can copy the strategy, but that's all you can really do. I can open it in Reuters. Oh, I've got Reuters as well. I could show you that as well. But the Reuters one's really not very good at all. I might pause the video and show you that. But that's all you can really do here. It'll just show you what your delta is, rho, vega, gamma, what the vols are. It's really, really simple. You can expand to see if there's any market makers expanding what the quotes are. The theoretical value is 86, but that's it. That's all that will do. It's a really, really, really simple builder. But you can actually think there's a quick strike is built into this. So I can go here. One of these lets me do this. It'll say showing quick strike. There we go. Analyze. There you go. Guess where it's pulled all that from, you see? So that's quite nice. Just that's come out from the guys from Quick Strike, which is built exactly the same thing. So it looks kind of the same as mine look. There you go. So that lets you do that as well. But there's that functionality isn't in CME Direct. It's pumped out to Quick Strike and come back. So, and that's all part of their free version. And CME Direct is completely free as well. So it's a really easy way of seeing everything, and also a really easy way of getting started with all of the Quick Strike products. That's CME Direct for the same strategy. Okay, what's next? We've done CME, done Bloomberg. We'll do TT. Right, where's TT? Here we go. Okay, so So for TT, we want to do the 60. This is just the same. So they don't have, as such, a spread builder. One of the things you'll notice with CTS and with TT, because their execution and then risk, they're basically slightly different. Hold on. Sorry, you'll have to excuse me. I was in the wrong month. So now in the May. So this is their options chain. It's really, kind of the key focus is getting the prices in, getting the execution done, and then risk managing that. That's where these guys are focused, and managing your skew. So, what I could be looking at, rather than, if I look at my vol curve manager, which we haven't looked at this in the other products because they're purely what we just looked at was understanding the risk around. So let's just bring this up. So LO. I'm doing this on the fly with you watching. So there you go. So this is more a vol curve manager. The same thing would happen if I go to CTS, which I can bring up. You see these guys, they're looking at bringing you're managing the skew. You're managing, each individual vol, each individual strike and what the vol is of that, and you can see, they're pretty much the same here. There's much more detail in controlling how you can kind of find edge in that way. It's more of a kind of a market maker play than anything else. But they still have the ability that you can go and hunt down a strategy. I'll show you how that happens. So if we go back to our 60-65, I will click 60 here. Oh, no, I won't. If I do a custom 60, 65, submit. I need to sell a leg. I'm sorry, which leg am I buying? I'm buying that leg, selling that leg. And we should be at the same price. What we're 84. There you go. Theoretical value 84, 16 delta. They're all coming out with the same stuff. I'm only in sim mode on TT, so I can't create it. Otherwise, I press that button and it would create it in my risk and my P&L. But you can see that, and this one is very, very similar to how Tasty works as well. So, but you can put all of your strategy in there. But did you notice there's no view here of what the payout might look like, what the days might look like? You'd have to do that in the risk platform, which goes. So if I look at the risk matrix here, this risk matrix, you can write, which is really clever, you can write a lot of sequence into this risk. So I could do volatility down 5, up 5, underlying price down 5, up 5, we go again, up 10, up 20, up 25. And there you go. It will tell you'd have to move your days forward. It's more manual in that, more text rather than visual graphs to look at it that way around. But they're still giving you that. You don't need to go and then get another spread builder. That's TTs, just on the spread building function, just to give them credit there. They do a whole heap of other stuff there. And if we just look at CTS, similar sort of thing, where if I want to, still got that position from earlier. If we want to look at that 60-65, I just hit the Theo value there. These will be pumping up here. And then on the 65, there you go. It's made the spread, 17 delta. Guess what? 84 ticks. And that's that. That would then send that off to the market, and you can look at that exactly the same. You can see the structure is different, whereas the structure of TT and CTS, they're much more in the, getting the trades done, getting the price done quickly into the sheets, understand what your position is. Their spread builders are much more heavyweight in that section, but they're not going to give you the what ifs. All the what ifs come from the likes of Quick Strike, Bloomberg. And well, that's it really, just those ones. So they're all. I would certainly say that the likes of IB, Tasty, TOS, Bloomberg, Quick Strike. They've all got really good, really in-depth spread builders, which is really, really important. The CME one itself is quite basic, but it plugs or automatically, you don't need to do anything, automatically plugged into the Quick Strike one, which I personally think is the best one because you can just do the most with it. You can then also export the structures to different things. You can share them all with different people. The Bloomberg one is nice. It's in depth. There's some 3D stuff you can do on it as well. But for me personally, I think you can kind of get lost in the noise of it. So hopefully that helps. Give a run through of all the different types of spread builders. Any questions, let me know.